And good evening. Welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell. Tonight we're doing part 2 of Echo Night Beyond, the space setting, the space-themed and space set entry into From Software's Echo Night series, a game series where you are often besieged by eldritch ghosts in a variety of locations. The first one was a haunted ship, the second one was a haunted mansion estate, and this one is a haunted space station. So, good times there for all. The ghosts in space, curiously, in the FMV, show themselves leaving their mortal frames and shuffling off as sort of humanoid shadows. Yet the ghosts I meet on the space station themselves show the sign of their prior occupation and clothing immediately prior to death. This discrepancy concerns me, and we will comment on it frequently as it goes on. But, let's see what's been done this week. This week has been mainly language practice reading, which has been interesting. But first, I got this. This makes me very happy. This is a Faraday box. It is a Faraday chamber. For those who don't know, it is a wireless signal secure. Actually, Shogi, you know what a Faraday box is. Weirdly enough, these things help me with my relationship to my phone. As a matter of fact, you can always turn off your phone so it doesn't bother you with alerts, but, there's still part of it that's still sending out that little beacon out there and still ready to be chatty. And isolating the phone inside a container that does not allow signals in or out enables me to detach from it, because not only am I not paying attention to it, it's not paying attention to anything else, which is the thing in my brain which makes it difficult for me to sort of stop being aware of it on some very small level. Grounded? I don't know. It's a box and it can be lifted off the ground, but it seems to work pretty well. I remember reading that in what did he write it, or was that a Glenn Greenwald book where he wrote about the process of meeting with Snowden for the files? I don't remember. I read it many years ago. But yeah, no. I mean, I can put the phone in this box, open it up 5 minutes later, and no service and no no Wi-Fi connection. So for my purposes, it works well enough. I'm not trying to traffic in government secrets. I just want to be able to decouple my brain from the device. So that's a little bit slightly different purposes, but for that it seems to work quite well. Let's see. So the reading I've been doing. So this is part of my Spanish language practice, which I have not been able to do with Japanese in studying it. Thank you, Shogi. I appreciate that. Citizen 4. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that before. What does Citizen 4 refer to? Is that like a Citizen Kane pun? It doesn't, or play off of that? I don't. If it is, I don't get it. But yeah. So what I have not been able to do with Japanese when working on that is just to be able to pick something up and read it and have this sort of intermediary comprehension. Oftentimes the kana is compressed if the language is phonetically written, and if it's kanji, then if I don't know the character and if I don't know the particular reading of it, then it's very hard just to pick something up and get content, which is something that I find very valuable for me as a learner, is to acquire a lot of information, much of which is going to be cruft or just chaff, whichever one of those two words you prefer, and then go into some sort of lesson and find something that makes sense out of a pattern that I've noticed. And so it's very difficult for me to do that with Japanese, because you do have to have you have to be prepared to encounter it so you can even do that basic level of sort of experience gathering. Now, Spanish is very different. Yes, as a matter of fact, Dan. This box comes with it comes with a little pouch that is good for taking your phone with you out and about. Which I use that, like, for example, like during had a banjo lesson, and I put the phone in the Faraday pouch, and that enables me to again sort of decouple my brain from the awareness that my phone is chatting and receiving and sending things. So that helps. And it also comes with little small things like that are about key fob size. But yeah, for Spanish I can do that. And so there's a noir writer, Paco Ignacio Taibo the second, and again, as per my current fascination with Lucha Libre, found there is one of his that is themed around Lucha called Amorosos Fantasmas. So that's what this guy is right here. And what I do is I will just sit down and say, you know what, I am not going to worry about understanding exactly what I'm reading. I'm going to go through and verbally read it aloud. And that has the advantage of putting me in contact with grammatical structures, with some of the grammatical gendering and conjugations and inflections, the patterns that occur, so that then when I go and I look at any kind of structured lesson, I have something to fall back on, because I find it very uninspiring and actually very unproductive for me to learn a lesson and then be given sentences that conform to that lesson as a way of demonstrating it. I would much rather have excess of information that I then make sense out of, rather than be given something to expect. A time lock safe is not a bad idea. No, for me, Shogi, it actually is the awareness that it is communicating. That right there is the hitch, because I can keep my hands away from my phone, and I can put it in places where I have that level of self-control. It's just the awareness aspect, knowing that it is no longer communicating, lets me rest in a sense. Oh, okay. I don't remember that detail, but that title was handed to them on a silver platter. That's great. The other one that I've got is, this was kind of difficult to find, but Blue Demon is a pretty popular figure around here, and this is a little autobiographical sort of magazine. There we go, autobiographical magazine that goes into his beginnings at the start of his career, how he trained, and was born out in rural areas, worked in a train yard, then became a luchador, and from there entered legend. And it's really cool to be able to do the same thing on this, and to, even regardless of the fact that I don't read it perfectly, I can still pick up enough where I've got a little bit of an understanding that then I go to Google Translate and I find out that I was more or less right. So yeah, Blue Demon, Memorias de una Máscara. Truly, I love that this is sort of like my media entertainment imaginative entryway into again, you just got to have a reason to want to know something, and this has got, there's so much about it that is historical and current that you just never run out of material. It's great. But Shogi, the stream chat being full of smart folks is one of the things that makes it immensely rewarding every week. What is that sound? Is that the sound of the cat? Hold on a second. Oh. Hey, come on in. Ow. There. Alright. Hold on one second. This one needs a window. And a window she shall have. Say hello. Hello. Oh no! Is it a problem with building access, Shogi? That's very disheartening to hear. Let's get this. What are you doing? No, 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 no. Yeah, down that way. Great. Okay. Let's switch this over here. Get the stream up on the iPad. Turn this volume down. There we go. I've been revisiting Metal Gear Online lately. MGO2 specifically. Why is this telling me that my channel is offline? There we go. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. I'm very sorry to hear that. The Seattle Go Center is a treasure of the area, for those who don't know, and it has been home to one of the, as I understand it, one of the relatively few shogi clubs around the country. So I am really sorry to hear that that's going to be on pause. Come on up. Come on up. That's good, Dan. I respect that. So let's see. We are this one. Yeah, the date is meaningless because that's 3-4 is what it always defaults to. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah. Let's see. Right. That's right. Please tell me if you get any kind of like audio feedback or echo over the microphone. It is very difficult for me to use headphones on the TV with this game because there's I just don't have the audio control that I'd like for it. I kind of do miss them. I am a sucker for the experiences that are given rise to by limitations. So I thought I turned on the could have sworn that I turned on the power here. Okay, I think I took a wrong turn. It's, I mean, assuming this is the right save file, which it should be. Key. Oh no! Oh, that is rough. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, here we go. So I collected whatever thing was there. We came in here. Oh. Understarting. Solar panel activation system. Oh, that's a chair being creepy. So this is where I put in the date. Oh, I bet I have access to that room with the wandering ghost in it now. I mean, the one with the ghost wandering in a circle, which will give me an opportunity to actually bypass him. Yep. Oh wait, no. It's locked.
Please insert card key.
Do I have a card key? Monthly report, video disc. Trip with Dad. Host radio, medkit. Really? That's very charming. So, what do I do with the video disc? So, okay, so I can't get in there yet. Power transfer room. I've done all I can do in there. Solar panel control room, did that. Battery room hallway, monitor room, battery room. The battery room is what I need access to. Yeah, I'm curious. Did you ever play the War of the Lions re-release, the PSP version that had the Alexander Smith translation? Okay. What is this thing? This is just narrow. Okay. Wait, where am I? I don't remember being in an escalator. Okay, I'm in the observatory hallway. The power is on, so I can use that central ring, which is in there. And now these things are going, and that's where I saw the time. Okay, it's coming back to me. Let's see, what was up here? Oh, man. Same. Speaking of the tragedy of lost save files, I have searched up and down for any backup of my Peace Walker save file on PSP. Oh, hello. Have I been in here before? I have not. I don't think. But yeah, on the PSP version, using PSP Ad Hoc Player, which enabled you to connect your PSP to your PlayStation 3, then connect your PlayStation 3 to the internet and use that as sort of an intermediary to play with other people in other areas, despite the fact that you're not ad hoc. Ad Hoc Party, that's it. I actually don't think you can even download it from the store anymore. But yeah, using that, I got all of the motherboards from every one of those giant robots and have a completely decked out Zeke, and cannot find it for the life of me. And I keep looking to see, did I transfar it? Do you remember transfarring? Transfarring the Kojima equivalent of cloud gaming. I remember transferring my save file to the Metal Gear HD Collection version, but I still can't find it anywhere. Oh yes, transferring actually happened. Evening Boogle. Yeah, you could transfer your game from the PSP Peace Walker over to the HD Collection version of the game. To my knowledge, transferring did not show up in any other setting. Oh, that's right. I've been here before. That's right, I've been here before. Congratulations on the vacation. Yeah, this is, you played, did you play any of the Echo Knights, Boogle? I seem to remember we talked about it one time. Oh yeah, Swimmy. It was very charming because it's charming and funny because, you know, Kojima, of course, coins a lot of words, especially when it comes to his sort of like the PR stuff for his products and things like that. And here we go. Now we got power. And so it's just like, you know, a charming neologism that makes sense on the face of it, but doesn't really have staying power. That's right. Well, Boogle, this is the Echo Knight that takes place in space. So we're in space right now with ghosts. I don't know if I just heard something. And one might even be tempted to ha! Jesus Christ! Space Ghost is what I want to say. Hey, hold on there. Yep. Alright, sorry. Privilege is revoked. Okay. Say goodnight, Skylight. Goodnight, Skylight. See if I can kind of audio experience I'm going to get with the headphones on. Fatal Frame 2 should have been in space. I agree. It takes it's like Dino Crisis, right? Actually, that's interesting because Dino Crisis 3 I think takes place in space. So this survival horror trend of having your third installment, regardless of whatever the boo scare you element is, just to put that in space, I think it's brilliant. Shogi, that sounds like a massive undertaking. Oh, that's far too loud. So I will have to make do without headphones. Oh, give them time. Buddy, you doing all right? I wonder if Carol has just like gone ghost crazy and has become a Sadako like killer. Space horror before Dino Crisis 3? I feel sure there must be. Nothing's coming to mind. I mean, outside of your usual, you know, what was it? Xenophobia and those sorts of like 8-bit, 16-bit era shooters and things like that. Sir, Can I help you with a monthly report? No. Not even the monthly report is enough to do it. Oh, before Alien. Sorry, I missed the, must have missed that skip in, the conversation. My heart rate's going up like crazy right now. Wow, hearing that little girl talk really scared my dude. Ah! No, 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 no. Okay, yep. She's a killer ghost. Oh wow, so when my heart rate goes up and I get really, really scared and panicky, I lose vision. So I know that turning on lights chases them off in the other games. We're going to try and use my headlamp to see if that works with her. It absolutely does not. Ah, get away, get away, get away, get away. Yeah, man, I really get into these games mentally and imaginatively. So even if it's very cheesy scare, I'm in it. Oh, right, you do ask that. No, I think these are all humanoid. I don't think I have seen a single... there was a dog ghost in Echo Knight 2, but otherwise they're all just pretty reliably humanoid. I started putting together a pregame show of Santo versus the Martians, versus the Martian invasion, which is going to truly be a treat when I can share that. It just the evening got a little later. But is this? Is this where he is? This is the other residential area. Nope, that's it. It's truly, it's amazing. It does so many things that you frankly you would not expect a, regarded as a B sci-fi movie about a Martian invasion to do. It's wonderful. Spaceport.
Please insert card key.
I don't think I'll be doing that. Okay, so nothing for me to do here. Can I do anything with this? Okay. Oh, wrong. This game is very thin on hints. Can I? Okay. Weird. It gives me upper and lower level, but I can't really change the perspective any. I wonder, does this do anything for my first ghost guy over here? Evening Arc. Good to see you. No, I need a card key to open up a lot of this, it seems. Do these escalators turn on? I like the idea of somebody desperately barricading an escalator, of all things, with a couch to protect themselves from ghosts. Right, so let's just take a look here. What does the water filtration plant have for us now that the lights are on? So that guy is still there. I don't know where this is. Camera 2 and the water filtration plant, which I don't think I can get to. I think that's where I came in. Alright, nothing there. Hallway? Well, these things are now moving. Is this guy still here? Yeah, he's still over there. Maybe I can talk to him and he'll say something different now? Granted, it has been a week since I played this, but this game really doesn't give you many leads on what your next move is. It is possible I could go into the residential area and do a quick duck into the right room. Okay. I'm not seeing any difference in that room up there, so I don't think that is valuable. Okay, yeah, we'll go to the residential area and try to duck into that room at the side. How are you, Ark? Does this guy over here have anything to say? Is that where things stand right now? I have several fronts that I could push the game to explore. I also have several items that are keys to something, but I don't know how any of them match up.
Ah, you're here. Please, make yourself at home.
That is this game's style. This game does some interesting visual things here. I don't know if you can see the panels of the holographic room move on a plane separate from the background, but yeah, so it's kind of got this holodeck-like room that this guy's in, and that's pretty neat.
You see that thing on the desk? You can take it with you. Hope you'll find it useful.
So yeah, so this is pretty cool. You know, these are the ghosts that I have, Dudley Tungsten. The ghosts that I have, I've saved and freed. Alright, nothing there. It does fall in line with other games from the Echo Knight series that I would have to bolt past a ghost that will super kill me in order to progress. All right, here we go. I hate this. Not a fan. Okay. God, the chair sound effect. Oh, wow. A lot here. This seems like this is definitely my way forward if I can get past her. Okay. So she is wandering. Where did she go? Is she going into these rooms? It's like, does she, like, I guess my question is, like, am I able to traverse this hallway by watching where she is, then go back into it when she's at one end? And use that as my opportunity to move around. Because that seems likely. Okay. Let's check out, I'm going to check this room out first. Ready mode. Oh. I have this. Nope. This pause screen always reminds me of police knots. Finally, an item I can use.
You can use a canvas, no?
I know how to use it better than you, Papa.
Oh, you do, huh? Well then, make me look good.
These flip flops are not optimized.
Okay.
Carol, are you happy being with me?
Why? I am happy with you.
Even without Mama here?
Of course, Papa. I never feel lonely when you are with me. Besides, Mama became a star, right? I feel like Mama is watching me.
Yes, she is. I'm glad we are on this trip, Carol.
Wonder if that's informative or like characterizing. Oh. A dusty toilet in space. If that's dust, this toilet seat is covered with more moon dust than I'll ever see in my life. Think about that. This is, where's a save panel? Here we go. Yeah, there's my... It's gonna do, excuse me, a roll of 3 safety saves. Mirror has been shattered? But I'm not sure what mirror it's referring to. Sign display? I don't know what that means. Oh man, you can tell this is a video game from an era because I have a faucet that I cannot turn on. Being able to turn on faucets regardless of how effective it is or whether it matters. This is, oh, seems to be a big... I don't think I've played a game in recent memory that is a modern game where you can't turn on the faucet. Everything's super empty. Oh, bunks. This is a very Spartan living quarter. It'll never happen, Boogle. By the time we have that technology, we'll have evolved beyond blankets, so the only reason any character would be sleeping under a blanket would be some sort of retro gesture to the past. Okay, so I want to go to room 102. So I want to wait until Ghost Child is at the end of the hall, furthest from camera 1. Oh, that's right, Shogi, being able to save in the bathroom. Well, she is right outside my door, so I am not... That's where I am. So I want her to go all the way down there. Then I'll take a hard right, and then a hard right into there. That's funny, Shogi. When I was when No More Heroes came out, I did very much the same thing. Gotta go save my game. I think No More Heroes did that a lot. Dead Rising did it. I think Frank West saves when you visit a urinal. Oh, thank you, Shogi. Happy Pride to you as well. Here we go. Yeah, it's been great seeing all the studios that I follow celebrating it and lifting up their employees. Okay, go all the way to the end of that hall, and once she's there, I'm gonna bolt for it. Alright, time is now. Let's go. Oh, please work out okay. I'm gonna die. Oh no, it worked! Did I just have a jump scare? Bottle break? I think I did. This is the kitchen. Now this is a mirror somebody broke. Does this tell me sign of something? Sign display. I feel about as good wandering through these residential areas as I would going into different rooms in The Shining. Now, a question that is running in the back of my brain as I'm playing this is if I am waiting too long, if I basically, like, watching her go down the hallway, I'm asking myself, do I really need to wait for her to walk all the way down there? Am I wasting my time? Or is this just the pace that this game is going at? And I think it's the latter. I think it's the pace of this game, which now you would typically games are much more quickly, much more faster paced. I'm not familiar with that. Is it the torture of? Is it basically exactly what it sounds like? What does that say? Around Volcano World? What does that say? Oh crap, is she coming in the room? No! Okay. So I guess she doesn't come into the room, but she does go to the entrance. It's all covered in dust. Well, Boogle, here's your blanket. And to add insult, the bed isn't made. Plague gull. That's what I'm looking for. God, it's also just like they put it to where it wasn't like prominently facing me or anything. Like they're just they really want you to earn it. I mean, Boogle, in a game with corpses, can we really know that for sure? So I'm thinking, Oh, man. If she paused at this door... Oh, what should I do? I'm going to stall for time by looking at my items. What does it say here? Okay, I'm going to go for it. Ah, it was a bad idea! Wow, my heart jumped right from 90 to 119. This is sci-fi of an era. Swimmy mentioned, I think Swimmy mentioned Alien. And one of the things that I like about Alien is that you got, you know, space truckers smoking in space. And that is an anachronism of science fiction from that era. And apparently this one, where you get the sense that that would have been allowed at all. Which it would certainly not be now. There were people smoking in space in, I think, what is it, the third book of Arthur C. Clarke's 2001 series. It's 2000, 2010, 2070 something. It's not a catchy number. 2061. Thank you. Yeah. I remember there was a scientist in there who, oh, the fire extinguisher's here this time. There was a scientist who smoked cigars and kept it hidden, not because it was forbidden, but because he did not want to be viewed as having a human vice. That was a very good series. Excuse me. I'd like to reread that. It's been about... When did I read that? Would have read that. I think I read that probably around the 2002. So yeah, it's been almost 20 years. I remember some of the space landscapes, Boogle. The space landscapes I found particularly compelling. And some of the characters, I liked some of the characters in the later ones. 2001 was very, very well trod ground for me by that point from the Kubrick movie. But I found it, as, you know, as books that are, oh no, made into movies do. Found the book more compelling in many ways. Is there a light switch? Is that a light switch? I also seem to remember... was it 2001 that I'm thinking of? Basically running the risk of going into drift in space and then having to use orbital gravity to slingshot themselves in the right direction. That seems like that could be like a ton of different movies, and but maybe that one too. Well, that's one of the things that Clarke does that's really good, I think. I mean, he's one of the hard science fiction writers that whose hard science is compelling. What does this say? All right. So I want to get to the monitor room. So I need to leave here, take a right, and hope I don't run into her. It's not really even that scary. Oh, man. No, I have not been keeping up with 372 pages. I need to, which, I've been looking for something to listen to as I drowse, and I think that would be a very good thing to get back to. A heist on the moon, you say? I'm intrigued. How many episodes into it are they? Like how much would I need to catch up? And for those who don't know, 372 Pages is a podcast by Michael Nelson and Connor Lastelka. They are principal writers on Riff Tracks, which is a descendant of Mystery Science Theater 3000, or rather, since MST3K is ongoing, one might call it a branch off of it. But yeah, Riff Tracks, the idea is that they have a riff commentary, like on MST3K. You synchronize it with a movie that's current, that they don't have the copyright to, like they did with MST3K, or they don't have rights to. And then you play it along, so you listen to the jokes while you watch it. There are several movies that I had to watch for various reasons, and they were all bad. And Riff Tracks got me through them, so it's good stuff. But yeah, they've got a book podcast, which is very similar to that, except they're not reading it live. They're just sort of taking their favorite parts, and as favorite in this context being a very liberal use of the word, and lifting those out as for their silliness. But yeah, they're not dismissive of all of the work. A lot of the writing is very bad. A lot of the writing is very bad. They do wind up being charmed by them on occasion, like the Cozy Mysteries, which when they do the Cozy Mysteries, those are a lot of fun. Okay, cool. I will check on Patreon. Patreon, I've been supporting them on Patreon for like maybe, I don't know, like a year and a half now, and it's weird. I supported them on Patreon, and then this thing that happens to me, which is where my interest on something immediately drops off, only to be revived like 9 to 20 months later. That happened right then. So I've just been supporting them, and which, it's great because they should be supported. But yeah, I think now is the time to now might be the time to hop back into it. I did find myself thinking a little more negatively in general when I listened to them in a what would I say, with a lot of episodes back to back, which is one of the reasons why I backed off of it for a little while, because it just sort of gets in when anything gets in your system, you sort of begin recreating it. Excuse me. Off the clock, as it were, when you're not watching it. I don't see her. Well, if there is anything that Ready Player One has taught us, it is that the pop culture references that you grew up with are timeless and will never fall out of fashion. So you can take that to the bank. The Cozy Mystery was actually a pretty good place for me to sort of wrap on for that era of listening to them. It's nice to see them charmed by something that they're reading. As a matter of fact, that cozy mystery run actually has. Thank you, Shogi. Shogi and I've had conversations about Ready Player One, and as suggested, it's not a book I particularly like. As a matter of fact, 372 Pages got its name from RP1. That was the very first book they did. They did the podcast initially for that book and then just kept on. But yeah, no, the Cozy Mystery has probably one of the jokes in that whole series that did not elicit a wry smile, did not elicit a chortle or a snort, but actually made me like buckle over and like side pain laugh. It was oh wow, she's going into a room. She went into 103. I don't like that at all. Okay. So I feel like I should continue. Let's back out here and see. Yeah, 103 is at the very end. I want to go into 103. So what I want to wait for her to do is I want to wait for her to duck into one of these rooms. Then I'm going to run down to 103. But no, that it's a gag where Mike is pretending to be the sheriff of a small town, who is so caught aback by a murder happening that he has a heart attack. It's ridiculous. But Mike delivers it extraordinarily well. All right, here we go. We're going to run to 103. Whew, that worked. Ah, these chairs. Anything in this box? No. And yeah, I think that's probably the weakness of the show. Its weaker moments are it isn't fun to listen to somebody hate something. It's just negative and not very interesting. When they're being clever about it and having fun with it, then that's another. And there's also a difference, I think, between Connor and Mike. I don't get the feeling. I mean, Mike Nelson has spent an entire career making jokes about movies and as we know now, books and TV shows that, shall we say, don't conform to most standards of quality entertainment. Which you can't really do something like that unless you enjoy it on some level. So, like, I get the feeling that Mike is a cultured man. Listening to him talk about things that are adjacent to the book or about the book, I get the sense of that there's a lot of depth there. That he has a refined palate for food. That he has listened to a great deal of music at depth, and that he has read many books that we would consider the greats. And that is sort of the shadow side to the riffing that he does in, with MST3K, with riff tracks, and so on. And I feel less of that with Connor. Connor is coming more from a place of having watched a lot of Simpsons and is very familiar with that sort of era of joke making. But Mike seems to just sort of be a little more rounded in that regard, I think. And maybe it's a preference on delivery, but Mike also has a kind of gracefulness to him. Is this something? You can pick up. Yeah, Mike and Joel were big heroes of mine when I was a kid. All right, I'm gonna bolt across the other side. Come on, May! She's right there. So, I'm very grateful that they have continued working in their different capacities this long. Is it a wheelchair without armrests? It seems it's a suspect design. They're reusing a lot of assets. It's a little confusing for me because I'm trying to scan for what I need, what's necessary, and the employee ID card that I found was just, it looked like it could have been a background object. So I'm trying to be thorough and slow and tap X over everything. Pictures and books on the nightstand. What a strange location for a nightstand. This whole room is weird. This is the only bunk with a nightstand, and it's placed here and sort of partially covering this one. A nightstand typically is completely accessible from bedside because that's the purpose, to have everything within reach and a place where you can put it. But easily, like 2/3 or more of this nightstand is just not accessible. Even to the one bunk that it might be used by. There's no indication it was ever used. So whose nightstand is this? What differentiates this from a nightstand, between a nightstand and just a table in your room? Not much, I would argue. So she's walking around out there. I'm also like, I've just gone through, I think, 3 or 4 rooms and haven't found anything except one key item. I had one opportunity to play a plot-related item, and thank you. I was actually talking with somebody about a Seinfeld episode yesterday. It was about the one with the lost socks. Seinfeld finds a sock on the ground outside of his apartment and is like, "Hey, you almost made it." Elevator lobby, renovation area. Dare I take a hard left to the elevator lobby? I might die. I know that I die when I get to 300, so I have to pause and use one of my syringes before then. Yeah, med kit. I've got 2 syringes in my med kit. All right. All right. Taking a hard left. Oh, this hurts me. Okay. Whew. Does she traverse the fog? Alright, searchlight battery cell. The heck is this?
Access denied. Please insert security key.
Well, that guy's not very important. Concrete. Space concrete. What is this? Yellow chemical. The warning label on the container reads, "Do not mix." With what or anything? An antiquated generator. Alright, so there's an antiquated generator here. I'm seeing a power cable here. That's not reaching. So maybe I need a cable to start that generator. And this is the laboratory. Alright. So I'm in the renovation area. That means that in order to come back here, I'm going to need that card key and probably something to start that generator. It looks like something I should be able to do something with and has sign of visible damage, so probably that's something I do. And take a left. Please don't be a ghost out here. What is this? Oh, it's an elevator. Okay. Wish there were like a dedicated map button. Okay, so there's an entry, an exit at the end of the hall here. Dispensary.
Please insert card key.
Alright, how important are you? Are you level 4 important? You are not.
This floor is currently locked. Please insert key. This floor is currently locked.
Okay.
Please insert key.
Wow, they really hold you there for a good while. Like here, I'll show you.
This floor is currently locked. Please insert key.
Like even after the voice stops for the final line, there's a good 5 seconds there where can't do anything. I mean, it's ghost themed. Why not? and this means I've got to go out into the ghost hallway with no idea where she is. Alright. Okay, so... crud. Alright. I'm going to run down the hall and take a right into this room if I see her. Calm down. Or maybe just run straight through her and try not to have a heart attack. On the plus side, now that I already know what's down here, the only thing that I think I even got from here was the yellow chemical. The only two things I got from exploring this entire wing right now was that ID card and a yellow chemical. So if I die and I have to reload my save, I'll just target those things and move forward. Okay. Yeah! Time to run, my dude. That's interesting. Like, she doesn't actually do anything to me. The attacks are the attacks are simply on my constitution, not on my being. But all right, I've got a card key. Now I can travel. Let's save here, and I know that I've got at least 2 places nearby where I can try to use the card. They're both level 2 access, but seems like I haven't seen a level 1 access place, so presumably everywhere that you can access without a card is level 1. So let's see.
Please insert card key.
Well, who is this dude? So far, novelty of the scenario notwithstanding, this doesn't quite have the charm and an appeal of the other Echo Knight games so far. Let's see, is this something I can do? No, it's a fire extinguisher. I've considered streaming Seventh Guest. I have the soundtrack for that game on my phone, and it came up randomly earlier today, and I thought, well, that would be a fun thing to stream. I remember I attempted it many years ago, and drove Boogle kind of insane watching me try to do the puzzles in the way that I do logic puzzles, which is to futz around with it until something works. Truly the kind of activity that will drive a more capable person mad. Oh, maybe this will get me into the battery room. kidding me.
Please insert card.
Well, what do I use this guy for? I have no idea what I do with any of this. Excuse me. Take a look at our notes. Ghost seen wandering the hallway in the residential area, searching for some sign of her dead mother. Because of the fog, she is unaware of her father's presence nearby. He's fallen to his knees after hearing his daughter call for her dead mother from beyond. Okay, so he's concerned about Carol. It's the guy on the filtration plant. Calling out the name Victor. Room is deathly quiet now. Has the earmarks of living quarters inhabited by people for whom tidiness was not a chief concern. Wow, judgy. There were words scrawled on the wall? I didn't even see those. Do I need to use this? Oh, I didn't use the card there. Alright. I guess I go back. That's the only place left that I can see to use the card, and using the card is the only real path forward I think I have at this point. Zoom, 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 zoom. Was there... I think there was another door down here. This one has a card reader. Level 3. Well, I imagine this guy is not getting us into anything level 3, but let's try. Yep. Pardon me. Okay, which one had the disturbing words scrawled on the wall? Room 106. So let's get our map. Alright. I'm going to go in here and duck into the door on the right. Okay, so it is the second room on the left. Let's see, where is she? Okay, she's going in there now, which doesn't help me. So when she leaves there, comes back down the hallway and goes into another room, then I'll bolt for it. There we are. Alright, let's try it. She's going into room 103. Alright. So, there's the writing on the wall. Fog, it does terrible things. Oh! That's something I already know. Okay. Alright. I'm sure she has passed on by now. Pun unintended. Alright, freight elevator. What have you got for me? Because if this doesn't do anything, I'm gonna, like, have to look up something, because I'm stumped. I'm also... Ugh. My god. Also... I'm thinking that I should play this more before the stream, because I thought that by sort of fumbling around on the stream that this would, you know, it's kind of struck that balance between interesting and progress, but I don't think we're doing that well on progress. So, yeah. So, let's see. Here's what I'll do. I'm a little bored with this right now. We're gonna play this to completion, but I also don't want to take up stream time by looking up an FAQ. So we're gonna just nothing substantial has happened since I saved, so we're gonna keep that there, and let's see. Let's do this. I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of Metal Gear Solid 3 save files on here, and they're pretty dated. So I'm curious to see what. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, what is it like? MGS3 subsistence game data. wonder if I have any MGS3 non-subsistence game data. MGS2 subsistence. I sure do. That's right, Shogi. That's exactly it. That's MGS3 game data 01. That's pre-subsistence. Let's see. Snake Tales. I think I did that that was on stream. All right. So yeah, let's the red flowers, that's the system data, I think. No. Or maybe that's a New Game Plus? I don't know. Let's take a look. Hold on. So, here we go. It'll get our Solid 3, the original release, very beginning, very first one, before every single re-release and remake. Oh, that's nice. Shinobi is a fantastic game that I wish existed. You know, it had. What am I trying to say? That I wish had been ported to modern systems. All right, Disc 1, Subsistence. Oh, this was such a great collection. This was a joy to release for when it came out. And I believe I worked on the packaging for this, the translation of the packaging. Let's see, does this have what I think it does in it? No, I know I worked on the online mode comic, but I don't know if that was actually in the instruction manual or if that was an online thing. Connected, lobby menu, creating a game. No, not in here, but somewhere. Oh, there we go. Alright, Subsistence. What does MGS3 Game Data 2 have for us? Yeah, do they port the PS2 Shinobi over? Pardon me. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that subtitle mismatch is pretty egregious. Oh man, that old Adobe Pro Logic 2 logo. Or not logo, but intro. I watched that many, many times. As many times as I played this. Oh man. I haven't played this in a very long time. Alright, let's see. Data load. Wow. Let's see. So 2 is Euro Extreme. Oh, I remember that very clearly. I was extremely excited. Wow. Wow. This is a long time ago. 2006. Let's see, where did I leave off? Here. Oh, no, wait. This means I've played it through 5 times. Is that the boss fight? think it is. This is a hell of a place to pick up trying to play the game after many, many years. Right. No. Okay. Yep. I should do the extra kicks. Oh. Ha! I guess you can shoot me from there. You are right, Dan. Let's see. I'm gonna load that up again and try again. I'm actually wondering. I'm pretty sure this is like right on the cusp of getting a Foxhound rank. So let's load that up and see. I'm just gonna keep using continue and not go through the whole rigmarole of resetting or reloading the save. This boss fight, this is such a good fight. It's it's really good because it actually has a tweak on a core system that's unique to the game and in its placement in the series. It uses that mechanic to show Snake's growth and evolution, and his changed relationship to the boss. It's just a really just solid execution. Okay. Yep.
Get ready.
Oh wait. No, you can free yourself, but
All these years and still nothing to Excellent. You're better.
it's so weird hearing Lori Allen in this after having been mainly familiar with her from her work as Diane on Family Guy at the time.
Here I come.
No, 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 no!
You better run.
Where did she go?
Get ready.
I always really enjoy seeing the CQC counter animations. It's very cool. Where are you? No, 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 no! No, no! Oh, come on! I totally had the drop on her. Woo hoo hoo! That's spicy.
Run quick.
Yeah. If you initiate the attack on her, just like crushes you.
Brace yourself.
There we go. Yeah, I'm surprised this came. It's really kind of came back to me pretty quickly. Oh no!
Brace yourself. You're better. Get ready. Run quick.
Ah.
Heads up.
Because, like, with a spirit camo, you can actually catch her off guard. If she's hiding behind a tree.
Here I come.
Jesus. Snake died and got an injury greater than the amount of life he had left.
Get ready. Excellent. Here I come.
Bonk. Bonk.
Get ready. Heads up, Snake.
This camera is brutal.
You better run. You're not the man.
I didn't do anything. There we go.
You were faking it? Did you really think I would? Stop playing Get ready.
There we go. That's what I want you to do, camera.
Get ready.
No, no, I should have gotten that one.
You better run.
Alright, I'm gonna do this one more time, then we'll explore something else.
Get ready. Excellent. Here I come. He's gone.
Buddy! I got the drop on you. It's always risky to try to initiate the, Well, that one worked out okay. Because if she catches wind of you, then she'll initiate,
Get ready.
and then you can miss your counter window.
You're brace yourself.
What? No way.
You better run. Get ready.
Alright. So that's the thing that's kind of wonky about this fight, and I'm sure with a little bit of muscle memory it can come back, but I also remember this being very, very finicky, where the same input under nearly identical circumstances would not result in, the same output. So, it's kind of a wonky fight in some ways, even though it's very cathartic, and when it goes right, it feels great. It's just a little, soft. It's not like God Hand technical, right? So yeah, let's take a look at that second file. Boogle, that you were looking at, and see what makes that difference. I might give it another shot before I call it a night here, but just to follow up on this. Oh, this is a Guy Savage save. That's it. This is the Guy Savage save. That's why it's red. Yeah. That's it. Now I go into beast mode. That's it. Where are more things to kill? Oh, cool! You even got like a little dog jump. I forgot about that. Oh man, I gotta say, it is refreshing. It's nostalgic to be playing an action game that that's clearly made with a physics engine that is made for that game, and not like a middleware engine or you know, middleware isn't the right word I'm looking for, but you know, an existing game engine. There's a very particular kind of jank. Let's get that. Let's give Sigint. I think it's Sigint who gives you a vampire conversation. Oh wow! I totally hadn't talked to Sigint at all on this Euro Extreme playthrough. Or maybe paramedic.
Snake, what happened?
What do you think?
Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm feeling fine. I had the most amazing dream thanks to you.
Ah, you didn't really dream about Drac.
Don't say it. The last thing I need is a double feature. It was surreal. I was being attacked by a horde of weird human-like monsters. What's wrong with me?
It must be a form of persecution complex, probably triggered by extreme stress. The external stimulus of the room is...
I've got a different theory. I think it was caused by your pillow talk.
But I didn't... I'm sorry, Snake. I didn't know you were that sensitive to it. I mean, who'd have thought Drac... Sorry, that just slipped out, I swear. Come on, Snake, don't be mad at me.
All right, I forgive you.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. Snake...
I know that the Dracula thing. This is like I assume it's a play on like the fact that Snake couldn't beat Vamp in MGS2. So there's a sort of it's a reference to that. But I'm a little disappointed that they the Dracula fear of vampires didn't carry on down Big Boss's story. So all right, gonna do two things. Gonna give the boss a couple more tries since it seems to be since that seems to be coming back to my reflexes. And then I want to see what the only save file is for my original MGS3. Man, that Guy Savage thing was cool. I remember so much speculation and hype over whether or not it was like a real game. Yeah. And yeah, Dan, in terms of the CQC throw doing the most damage, I mean, it's I feel like it's kind of in line with the tendency of games that use swords to have like really high-tech modern weapons that are crap and do next to nothing. And then as soon as you get this old, ancient sword, its age has given it a spiritual power that makes it a deadlier weapon than anything science could have created. and I find that very very funny. Just because, you know, it's
Get ready.
that's the opposite of the way that science works. But of course, the value there isn't the science of it. It's the narrative impact, right?
Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of. Run quick. You're stuck. You've gotten Here I come.
No, 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 no.
You better run.
This tree was a bad... That tree was a bad choice. Alright. We're gonna do something here to switch up that strategy. Let's go... Sneaking. Let's just reduce a little bit of this damage. I also think it's thematically significant that, you know, you've been going through the whole game, Snake's been stealthy, camouflaging, and then in this final battle versus the boss, he just throws that all aside and wears garb that doesn't camouflage him at all. Where did she go?
Here I come. Here I come.
Ah!
You better run.
Oh wow, the sneaking suit did not help at all. One more try.
Brace yourself. Excellent. Here I come. You're better. Brace yourself.
See, like there, I use the exact same input at almost exactly the same angle, and it's I've never gotten a strong sense of how to, like, having done perfect fights on this before,
Here I come.
like, I'm never 100% sure what the flaw is when it screws up. Though I think ironically I have a pretty good idea what I did right when it succeeds. Hello.
Your skin. You've gotten stronger.
Oh, come on.
At all. Nothing to show for it.
Ah! And one more try.
Get ready. Here I come. Let's see what you're made of.
Alright, just please switch the camera around. Good.
Your skin. You've gotten stronger. Brace yourself. Heads up, Snake.
Where you going, man? Finally, after all that. Oh, come on! No! So, I mean,
Move or
if I can get her down half her life, there's no reason I can't do the other half. What? Did I miss her? Where is she? There she is. Oh, come on. Where's my cover?
here I come. Get ready. Excellent.
Yeah.
You've gotten stronger.
Nope. Good. Oh, I'm just gonna leave well enough alone on that.
Move or you're you better run. You're better than
Gotcha. I don't think I've ever beaten her by, like, grabbing her in a chase. That's cool. But... oh, this is not skippable. Yeah. I'm curious to see what the rank is. I'm pretty sure this file was like my very first Foxhound rank attempt ever. So I'm curious to see if that's what the score winds up being. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I mean, the score might be 30-1, but guess whose side the plot is on? This guy right here.
Jack. Or should I say, Snake? You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
I always found those lines and their delivery very, very affecting.
There's only room for one boss and one snake.
Man, look at those low poly revolvers. I really like how the exact circumstances around this change depending on what you do. Like, besides the fact that the story is, of course, protecting Ocelot, whether or not it's a blank or a bullet that gets missed or whatever is, or it's, I think that's really cool. Shifting the goalposts like that. Also, how Ocelot just dives out of that plane and hits the water as if that wouldn't break every bone in your body. Do I have to sit through the credits to see my rank? Oh, I hope not. Seems I do. Let's see. Oh, wow. I went a little bit over my intended target time for the night, but that's fine. We'll listen to some Star Sailor. Oh, man. Josh Keaton did a bang-up job as Ocelot. It's neat seeing Robin Atkin Downes as a grunt character in this game, and then see that he's, you know, gets elevated up to Kazuhira Miller in the later ones. I remember a review of this album, a middling review of this album that the song was on, actually singled out this song as interesting but without purpose and without clear emotional value, or sort of like it's hard to know like what this is meaningfully referencing, these lyrics. And then it's here in this game, it's almost like that song was sort of searching for this moment of a context. One of my favorite pieces of audio that's actually on the disc, but doesn't get played during the game, is some audio that's supposed to play during the Snake and Ava motor escape sequence, and they're like bickering like an old married couple about her driving, about his shooting, about which one of them's pulling the weight, and it's very charming. It's I remember thinking it was very cute, but those files are on the disc, but not in the game. There we go. Guy Savage unit. Oh, Murata did that. Oh, right. The MGO. Interesting. I guess there weren't any custom Snake lines in that, since I didn't see David Hayter credited. Maybe I overlooked it. I don't know what kind of user base the revived MGO for Subsistence has. That was a fun game. It's a shame that it was only up for about a year. Ark, thanks for coming by. I hope you have a great day. And I agree, Dan. I was actually thinking the same thing. That'd be a good good wrestling, like a heel stable name. There's a Triumph store that's about 5 minutes away from here. Every time I see it, I think of this. MGS4 was such an unexpected follow-up to this. It goes from MGS1 straight-on storytelling to MGS2 meta storytelling, MGS3 straight-on storytelling, then MGS4, which is like MGS squared, MGS2 squared. Really, really interesting swerve.
Yes, Groznygrad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed.
You could see Ocelot triple crossing everyone. I love how in MGS4, like they take this to an even more ridiculous extreme where he like triple crosses himself.
Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we had
I thought the shift from the philosophers to the Patriots was so cool.
Right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Rosnygrad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them.
Honestly, a B story to this whole series is Ocelot discovering his true identity.
Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
All right, what's the score? Here it is. Continue 4 times. Total damage 2 life bars. Seriously injured 6 times. All right, so pretty much everything from save on down to meals happened during the during my recent attempt here. So, yeah, this should be a Foxhound rank. Hey, Dustin. Oh, I was realized I hit a brick wall with progression on Echo Night Beyond, so I decided to load up my old some of the old saves that I have on my my memory card. I will show you the vintage of that particular save file. Let's see here. Playing this game when it came out was a revelation. So let's see. So these save files came from 2006, 2007. These are that old. And now the last thing that I'm gonna do before we call it a night is check out the one save file that I have for the original Metal Gear Solid 3. So, no subsistence. And your fancy controllable third-person cameras. Oh yeah, no, that is something that's in lean times when I haven't been able to buy much game-wise, but have had a few dollars to spend on eBay. I've bought old PS1, PS2 memory cards, and for the express purpose of digging around and seeing what other people are playing. Alright, load game. What do we got here? 2006, hard, 1 completion, Operation Snake Eater completed. Okay, nothing too special about that. Looks like I just kept one of my original Metal Gear Solid 3 save files just for for memory's sake. So Echo Knight Beyond is not as good as the other Echo Knights, honestly. It doesn't give you as many sort of like clear cues about what you're supposed to be doing next. It doesn't. It sort of loads you up with possible routes you could go and possible key items, but none of them seem to match up in a what I consider a fast enough time frame to make it feel like you're actually making progress. Because right now I kind of feel like I'm collecting doors that I can go through, and I'm collecting key items, but I should have collected more key items and more doors that line up by this point than I do. The environment feels less inspired. They are not doing as much interesting with the sort of like space desolate, the outer space desolation as they were doing with the sort of gothic grounds. So it's not hitting on as many levels, and I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out. What I've decided to do moving forward is not trailblaze on stream, but kind of like figure out my plan ahead of time. And maybe make a document for myself of high points of things to hit rather than spend so much time wandering around. Because if I do that, I don't know if we're going to clear the game in a reasonable period of time. But yeah, this is... sorry we missed you for much of it, but I'm glad you were able to make it out for part of it. And oh, there it is. There's my mouse. But yeah, it's time for me to head on for the night. So thanks everybody for coming out, and hope you have a great night. I will be back on Wednesday with more Echo Knight Beyond, and even more than that, a game plan. So, y'all have a good night. Good to see you again, Bismuth. It's been a while.